So I'm a huge comedy fan. Like I love stand-up comedy. And about over a decade ago, I was at a family event and I heard this joke. St. Peter's at the pearly gates, and he says, "Look, everyone." He sees the long lineup. He goes, "We're going to break you up into three lines to speed things up." He goes, "If you were completely single, please step into this line. If you are married or with a partner, um, stay in the and you follow what your partner says, stay in this line. If you're a man and you do as you please, but you are still in a committed relationship, please come over to this third line." After a couple of minutes, one guy saunters up to the beginning of the line. St. Peter goes and he puts his arm around this guy and he says, "For the benefit of all the men here, what's your secret?" And the guy says, "I wouldn't know. My wife told me to come and stand over here." We hear it all the time. Happy wife, happy life. Yes, dear, it's a trend in our society that we need to be subservient to keep our partners happy.
I've learned anything in 5 years of being married is we're always working on me.
Joke about it all the time. All the silly jokes about marriage being a prison and all of this. It isn't if you don't make it. Look, check out the Man song. What I say goes around here right out the window. And I don't want to hear a lot of whining, so I'll shut up. It's self-deprecating, and it kind of pushes this same kind of narrative. Now, if you're to that point, there's a $10 word for it, and it's called sycophant. But we have more informal terms that are more common, like ass kissers, toadies, lackeys, minions, apple polishers, bootlickers, fawners, trucklers, and there are more. But we, and I include myself in here, we wouldn't want to be called any of those. That's mean. But it is true that in a long-term relationship, we have a tendency to fall into patterns. Why wouldn't we? Because the patterns work. We know when we get a routine, it works. But why would we want to toss that up? The answer is agency. No, no, not that agency.
I'm a member of a secret organization that polices and monitors alien activity on planet Earth.
Definitely not that agency. No, no. When I say agency, I mean agency is about our choices. More specifically, our ability to choose. The fact is, though, that choice takes effort and energy. It does. It actually consumes calories because the brain actually has to engage the prefrontal cortex and work at it. But what starts as a shorthand to save effort, time, and energy can become a rut. And if we don't pull ourselves out of that rut, if we just ride in that groove all the time, it can lead to a shallowing of our own identity, erosion of the boundaries, of our own personal boundaries, and loss of individuality. And if it goes too far, it can kind of look like this.
Hey, Spike, how about we chase cars, huh? Does that sound like fun?
Who else remembers that clip? It's extreme, but it's accurate. We don't want to be like that. So the answer is to be decisive, assertive, and courageous. Those are the three big things. Why? Here's another reason. We all, universally, all crave novelty. We like a little bit of adventure. We need it in our relationships. I'm a big fan of Esther Perel. She talks about this tension where if you have security, you need to add a little bit of discomfort or a little bit of tension by stepping outside of your comfort zone just to keep things fresh. So we need to make choices to bolster our sense of identity, to expand our experiences, and to feel heard, respected, and valued. And I talk about that a lot. And here's the kicker. It makes you more attractive to a potential partner or even your current partner if you are with somebody. right? Provided, now here's the caveat, provided that you are respectful of their agency as well, because they also want to feel heard, respected, and valued, right? So having that little bit of tension, that little bit of assertiveness, even if it's something as simple as, you know what, let's go to dinner tonight and I'll choose the restaurant, or um, something like I'll pick the film tonight, to something a little more adventurous, to let's get away for the weekend because you're in a position to, or maybe you feel you're not, but it'd do you a world of good. Either way, my name is Richard Struther, and I am the Widower's Wingman, and I'm all about making you look good to a potential partner. And if I can help you with a current relationship, great. But more importantly, I've got your back the entire way through the dating process. And you can find me at thewidowerswingman.com, where you can book a free call with me. Now, I know it says 45 minutes. I'm not a stickler for that. I have to put something in for the system. I will take the time necessary. We will take the time necessary to do this right. But please, feel free to call. I do love meeting new people. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you like. But if you know somebody for whom this video would be helpful, please do share it. It's only useful if it gets to the people who need it. And I will see you in the next video if I don't have the privilege of meeting you first.